episode of Philly Feed and Friends. We've got purple team, we got the blue team, and okay, it's over guys. We got Jungle Kale versus Jungle Lee Sin. This is how the world ends. Not with a bang, but with a Kale in the jungle. Alright, so support Tarek versus support possibly Shen. Shen and Graves bottom. Let's see, Vlad mid and Garen top. Varus bottom, Rise mid, and Hecarim top. Alrighty. Should be very interesting. Haven't seen a Kale in the jungle since before her rework and her updated skins and everything. Her model adjustments. So let's see what can happen. She does have the nice splash damage. And she does have great gank attempts with her slow. So let's see what we got going on. And of course I forgot to change my scene. So here we go. Game on. Check out these skins. Ah yeah, alright, we got Dark Crystal Rise, my favorite Rise skin. You know, besides Human Rise, which nobody gets anymore. And we've got Blood Knight Hecarim. Okay, that's interesting. Emerald Tarek. Always nice to see a little green glow. Traditional Lee Sin. Always a nice skin. And unfortunately, that's the only skin bottom. So, GG right there. It's over, guys. Alright. Make sure I got everything set up. Got my beverage. Got my candies. Alrighty. So let's check out some of these summoner spells. Got Exhaust on Graves. Definitely. Oh, got Exhaust on Varus as well, so we got double Exhaust bottom. Flash Kale, Flash Lee Sin. Fairly standard these days. Dark Crystal Rise running Flash and Ignite, and Flash Ignite for Vlad. So it's going to be pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Summoners, nothing fancy. Got Ghost on Garen, and Heal Teleport top for Hecarim. So he is definitely going to be able to get back into lane pretty quickly if he needs to, and do a little bit of heal baiting if he can. So we got double heal summoners on the blue team. It's going to be a bit of an issue in team fights, and we do have the heal and teleport on Shen. So in fact, he might be going top with Garen bottom. Just we usually see teleports on top lanes. However, it is nice to see it on the support, so they can run back, get their items, and get back into the lane pretty quickly. And here we go. Game on. Got some pings going down just to give them a little bit of guarding for the purple-blue buff. Purple team's blue buff. Purple-blue buff. Alright, so let's check out some of these items.
Welcome to Summoner's
Got
Rift.
Vamp Scepter on Lee Sin. Got Crystal for Rise. Take a peek, see if he's running any speed runes. No, he's not. So he's going to be pretty slow against Vlad. Let's see if Vlad did pick up Amped Home and Hot. So he is also pretty slow. He has a little bit more movement speed from his Masters. But, I mean, 9 movement speed is negligible.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Let's see if I can turn down this volume, because it seems a little loud to me. Oh yeah, it's real loud. Alright, so video's okay, everything's good. Really wants Rise to protect. Pretty needy, Kale. Get off your back. Get off his back.
Minions have spawned.
Garen will be top. Support Shen bottom. Support lots of health, Shen, starting with red Ruby Crystal. So that's a lot of health. That's 750 health. And he does have a decent amount of armor and magic resist, so he's going to be pretty threatening. Pretty scary, coming in there doing dashes. Got a nice big pull. Might be too big. Nope, doesn't quite reset, it's good. And Kale just beating blue around. And blue resets. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Sorry, blue team. Kale's just sitting there taking it. Not sure what this Kale's doing. Maybe he raged. Yeah, that's not fun. Lots of harass down going bottom. Buckshot's really deadly when you get taunted by Shen. Force you to sit right in the line of fire. Hecarim getting Garen pushed right up to the tower. Oh, first heal goes down from Taric. Summoner heal. That's one blown. But it saves you, and that's worth it. And another buckshot. Hitting Taric right in the face. Fortunately, he is green, so he's a little jealous of Shen's support skills. It's too bad that Taric's taking all that damage just because it's forcing him to use the heal on himself as opposed to his AD carry. Oh, flash on Vlad. Very nicely done on Ryze. Giving you a big advantage of experience. And everyone's just pretty much happily pushing. He's just chilling in the jungle, getting those buffs. Vlad picking up boots on his way back, boots are hot. Alright, gets a stun off on Taric, allowing so much damage coming down from Graves, forcing him to dash away. Now Lee Sin coming up top for a gank. Right around that overpush Hecarim. Unfortunately, Hecarim doesn't really have much methods of escape. He's just running, he doesn't even have flash. He has heal, which he did pop. Come on, Lee Sin. Doesn't quite pick it up. They really wanted to dive, but he does have the double buff, so it's better not to at this point in the game. Early kill. You don't want to give up an early kill. Well, you don't really want to give up a kill at all if you can. If you can help it. Fairy Charm on Taric is... Oh, actually, no, it's the mana manipulator already. Allows him to, sorry, I lost my train of thought here. So much damage coming down in Shen, you gotta be careful there, buddy. Anyway, as I was saying, the Fairy Charm, the mana manipulator on Taric is allowing those heals to come up a lot more regularly. So, it's keeping, they were once almost dead, but now they're back up to past half, so that's always nice. And plus he gets the mana regen every time he auto attacks. Taking a bit too many hits from Graves there. You are not a tank yet. You don't have enough armor. You have 29 armor. Don't get too cocky, Taric. I'm sure there's a homosexual joke in there somewhere. Oh, the dash, the buckshot leads to the stun. Taunt from Shen just missing, forcing Taric to heal and ignite and run. Get out of there, buddy. Good job. You overstayed your welcome a little bit too much. That was a little close. Just standard action mid. Ryze has his Spirit Goddess, so he's just farming up on that. Baron's forced to sit and farm in his tower. And it's not the end of the world, still gets all the experience. Hecarim happily farming top. 35 CS to 14 CS for top right now, so Hecarim is beating Garen significantly. He has his Ninja Tabi and his shield, so he's got a lot of armor right now. He's 94 armor. That's going to make a lot of Garen's attacks just pretty useless. Let's just take a look, see if he has armor pen. He's just got 10% armor pen. So if he does manage to do 93 damage, that brings it down to 80. Taunt coming from Shen, although that exhaust going down, shatter from Tarek, not quite enough to break Shen, but he is overextending quite a lot, so he's got to be careful. One of these times he's just gonna get a little bit too close. Now for a 4v5, this game's going pretty well. It looks like Graves was AFK. He managed to pick up the kill. Lee Sin taking poor Kale's jungle, because why not, right? Take a look at how mid is doing. 26 to 27, so it's fairly even mid. Hecarim just doing a little bit of harass on Garen. Varus picking up his Vant Scepter. Ward, good for you. Grab a ward, it's not just your support's job. Gets a Doran's Blade. And it's 28 to 28, so it's very evenly spaced out on bottom lane right now. Ryze is just forcing Vlad to stay away from all those CS. Haven't seen a lot of action from Lee Sin right now. Just the attempted gank top, which didn't quite. Nothing really quite came from it. And it's bottom. Vlad just trying to get in any of his Qs, any of his transfusions that he can, just to heal himself up. But Ryze just keeps poking. Tarek, what are you doing? Gets that stun off goods, forcing Shen to stay back. And this Tarek super ballsy. These back and forths from Ryze and Vlad. Vlad's got to be pretty annoyed right now. The cooldown on Ryze is a lot better than the cooldowns on Vlad right now. Forcing him to use his pool, that's going to be huge. If there was a Kale. I mean, perfect time for a gank. Yeah. Vlad says, I need to go back. Come on, Lee Sin, come help me out. And Lee Sin does listen. He says, nope, I'm not going to gank top, I'm going to come mid. Ryze is overextended pretty much this whole game, just because he can. Here comes a gank from bottom from Shen. Uh-oh, Ryze gets his rune prison off. Gotta have your taunt, you gotta do your taunt a little bit earlier than that, Shen. Oh, teleport from Shen coming down on Graves. Kind of unnecessary. I mean, there wasn't really that much damage coming on him, but if you got it, why not use it? Just hope you're not going to need it later. That cooldown on his ultimate is 170 seconds, so it's a long time. That's what, like 3 minutes? Almost 3 minutes? So, that's 3 minutes where any ganks, opportunities that get initiated, just, he has nothing, he can't do anything. Hecarim out of mana, forced to just sit in auto attack. Maybe if you stop pushing your lane, but I mean, why not? Ryze picking up spell pen boots, a couple of wards. Doesn't want Shen creeping around there again. That was no fun. Lots of damage from his Graves. pretty frightening right now. Although he does just have his double Dorns, and Varus has a Vamp Scepter. Ultimate coming down from Varus, freezing him in place. Lots of auto attacks coming down. Manages to get his Q off. Varus stopped attacking for some reason, started attacking minions. I guess he knew that he did have the kill. If you just land one of your hail of arrows, hit that Q, initiates the damage from his hail, Blighted Quiver, doing lots of damage. 2% of his... 2% of what? 2% of the target's maximum health per stack, so we have 3 stacks, so that's 6% of extra damage. Vlad doing wolves, just trying to catch up on as much gold and his experience as he can. It is now 57 to 47. He does have his revolver, so Vlad's getting a little bit more lifesteal from each of his auto attack, from each of his Qs, his transfusions, and he won't lose quite as much health from his Tides of Blood. It's a pretty key item for any Vlad player. Every spell does cost him a little bit of health, except for his Q. Hecarim sitting at 84 CS to Garen's 44, so he has almost double the CS of this Garen, who's just sitting there dancing. So I mean, why not, right? Garen's got his Boots of Swiftness. I see that a lot on Garen, although I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good idea, especially if you're this behind. I'd try and pick up some Ninja Tabby. Doing as much damage as you can with Hecarim, but as you can see, Hecarim's health is not going down very quickly. All that armor, 114 armor, Garen's just slowly take down, waiting for Lee Sin to show up. Finally does. Although Hecarim does get the Ghost off. Oh, sorry, not Ghost, that's his Q, I believe. No, that was his E. Yeah, gets movement speed, slowly stacking up for his charge. Tarek with his stun off on Graves. Lots of damage coming down from Varus, but he does get exhausted. Ult coming from Graves. In comes Rise. Save the day. That misses the Rune Prison. Oh, he used it on Graves, unfortunately. That was a little bit unnecessary. If you don't have to use it, I wouldn't, but it's good to secure a kill. He really wants to get that Rune Prison off on Shen, get a double kill. Doesn't know that Vlad, he knows that Vlad's missing. Can't quite, oh, now they know he's there, so it's not really going to be a big surprise. Doing the dive off on Hecarim, taking lots of damage from the tower, and forced to flash, just barely comes out alive. Sorry, Hecarim, that was a little bit too close. Shen falling finally to the Rune Prison from Grave from Rise and the stun from Tarek. Rise gets his Q off the overload, just manages to take him down to the last bit of health. Very good work.
A summoner has disconnected.
Vlad raging or something. Okay, bringing this down to a 4v4. This is exactly what the blue team needed. Although it didn't really phase them that KL left. They were still up 6-1. They still have 2,000 gold advantage. What an interesting turn of events. Hecarim teleporting top. Really wants to push that tower. He's got lots of armor now. He does have his wriggles. So he's sitting at 162 armor. That's pretty scary. One thing about Hecarim, you let him farm. You let him get all that CS that he has. He's almost got 100 CS right now.
A summoner has reconnected.
He's gonna just stomp all over the team. He gets really tanky, and with his all his CC, his knockback, and his ultimate charge, what's that called? Onslaught of Shadows. That's a lot of knockback. Now Vlad has returned, so it is back to a 4v5. Over bottom lane. Gets the stun off on Shen, thanks to Tarek. Graves missing his ult. That's really unfortunate. There's so much damage on bottom lane. They really just want to take this tower. Lee is just hanging around. He just did Dragon, so it brings the their gold advantage up just a little bit. Every little bit counts. Vlad pushing mid. Picking up his sword boots. Varus has BF sword, so I guess his first item is going to be either he's going to build it right into a Bloodthirster, or he's just going to use the lifesteal from Bab Scepter and start building Infinity Edge or Black Cleaver. Vlad and Ryze meeting on the way to top lane. In comes Shen. Not quite able to do anything, unfortunately. I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna take the long way. I'm gonna take the scenic route. Ryze picked up a Hextech Revolver, so he is gonna have significant spell vamp on his ultimate. Oh wow, this gank. We got Tarek, we got Lee Sin, oh, we got Graves, oh no. Just poor Tarek. He says, I'm running right in. Gets ulted, gets ignited, gets Vlad ulted, gets everything done to him. Doesn't quite allow him to stay alive, but he did. Is he going to land this? No, he's not going to land this. Ryze gets the Rune Prison off, just enough to get Vlad down to 20 health. Oh, that is so unfortunate. If I had Flash, I would have used it. Varus only had Exhaust though. That was a knuckle biter, ladies and gentlemen. That was a knuckle biter. Bottom lane is completely abandoned right now. Comes to top from Shen. Nothing really can happen here. Ryze coming top, trying to make something happen. Gets the Rune Prison off on Garen. Forcing the flash from Garen, the Ignite's on him. And one more Q from Ryze. Come on, you can do it, guys. He's so fast with his ghost. Tarek coming in, shielding to Shen. Ryze is doing so much damage right now. He's quite scary. He does have almost 400 stacks of his tears. And his overload doing almost 300 damage right now.
A summoner has disconnected.
And there goes Lee Sin. This is a very unfortunate game. Lots of disconnects. Not sure whether these are actually connection problems. Gets the taunt off under the tower. Hecarim taking a few tower shots, but Shen is falling. Gets the taunt off. Hecarim. You know it, boy. You know it. 190 armor. Not a whole lot of magic resist, so Vlad's going to be still doing a lot of damage. And
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
there goes Lee Sin again. Minions taking down. Mid lane's getting quite pushed, so that's a lot of experience, a lot of gold you can get. Excuse me. Jeez. Slash surrender. Alright. Well, there it is. The surrender from purple team turns the 4v5 into a win. Very good work on the blue team. They just kept harassing every lane. They didn't really have the purple team didn't really have enough threat from the jungle. So, unfortunately, that's what happens. Jungler just doesn't... I'm not going to blame it all on Jungler, of course, but he just didn't take advantage of the fact that there was no jungler on the blue team. Good game, everybody. Somewhat.